Behold. What up? Today we are going to be building a 1.17 starter house from scratch, out of thin air. No, with blocks in creative, of course. We're just gonna show you how to build a starter house in 1.17. That's what we're gonna do. This is the starter house that we're gonna be building. Nothing like too hard to get. The hardest thing to get would probably be the calcite, I think, because you have to find one of those geodes. But everything else should be pretty easy to find. And the rest is basically just spruce, oak, and birch, which are three beautiful, beautiful wood colors that go together like butter and, I don't know, a sandwich. So what we're gonna need is definitely deepslate bricks. All right, we need some polished deepslate as well. Diorite, polished diorite, and calcite for the top part. We're gonna be needing some spruce wood stripped for the kind of framing of the house, some spruce slabs, some spruce full blocks, and spruce trapdoors, and of course, spruce signs as well. Stripped birch wood, some birch planks, oak planks, there we go, oak wood, stripped, and oak slabs. Yeah, we need the deep slate tiles and the deep slate tile stairs as well. We're gonna build the foundation of the house. So to do that, you're gonna make two rectangles, one 5x5 and one 3x5, right next to each other. So a 5x5 like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then close it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go. A 5x5, and then you're gonna make another row right next to it that is 5, and then 3, 5, close it up. Oops. There we go. Something like that. Next, we are gonna bring in our cobble deep slate. We're gonna bring it up. So on this 5x5 sort of rectangle, you are basically just going to bring it one layer of cobbled deep slate. Deep slate is what it's called, like this, on top of the last layer. And on top of that, you're gonna take one layer of deep slate tiles. But you're gonna need the deep slate tile stairs as well, because you're gonna do in every other. So you wanna start with one deep slate tile, then deep slate tile stairs, then deep slate tile, then deep slate tile stairs, then deep slate tile. And this is gonna be sort of a trim on top of the whole thing. And you wanna do that on all of the sides that are kind of on the outside of the building. So on this side as well, big block, stair, big block, stair, big block, stair, big block, stair, big block. So for this little rectangle here, the 3x5 one, you want to grab some cobbled deep slate, and you want to go up with the cobbled deep slate by 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And do that all of the way around. There we go. It should look like this. Then you want to make a similar trim on this guy. Full block, stair, full block, stair, full block, stair, full block, stair, full block, and close it up. Also close this up. A lot of this is gonna be removed once you build the interior. Next, you wanna go up on this guy right here, diorite and calcite. You wanna do one layer of diorite, like so, and then calcite on top of that. If you don't have a lot of calcite, because it's early in the game and you haven't found that many geodes or whatnot, you can use more diorite, but we're doing it with a lot of calcite here. So you wanna do 3 up with the calcite, just like you did here. So that high, really. 3 up, and fill that all around. This is, of course, some layered gradients right now. We are going to go in and remove some blocks and scramble it up real soon, so that you get more of a textured look. Because right now, it's kind of boring looking, really. But on top of here, you want to place one block there and one block there. So we have this kind of shape. It's kind of a little bit of a tower. A lot of the textures are gonna change, but it's good to get your shape out first so that you know what you're working with, and then kind of work on the textures a little bit. We're gonna grab our polished deep slate and some polished diorite, and we're gonna make some corners look more sturdy. So we're gonna put this in that corner right there, this in that corner right there, put that in that corner, put that in that corner, put that there, 2 blocks up from the ground, and then skip 1 block and go up 1 more. I also like to put 1 here because I think it makes this feel like its own little section. To make the sort of whitish section feel more sturdy, we're gonna grab some polished diorite and we're gonna start placing 1 here and here, right above this diorite layer on all the corners. And then we're gonna skip 1 block but go up and place on all these corners as well. Lastly, this top block is also gonna be changed to polished diorite. Heck yeah. Now we're gonna start doing some texturing. And this is where you kind of have to feel it out yourself. When I've done this sort of foundational thing, I like to go in and sort of push the different layers together a little bit. So I'll bring some of this up and I'll bring some of this down. Like this maybe, boop, and then maybe boop, and then maybe oop. Something like that, just blend it together. So we're gonna do that for all the sides. Just blend it together, real smooth and nice and good. Scramble them like scrambled eggs. There we go, something like that. And we're gonna do the same thing on this white part. So we're gonna bring the diorite up a little bit and maybe bring the calcite down on some spots, you know? There we go, beautiful. Next, we are going to start work on the foundation of this wooden section here on the side. To do that, we need some spruce wood, stripped spruce wood. Then you're gonna go up by 2 on all of these corners to make sort of like a framing for the thing. After that, you want to take your stripped birch wood and some birch planks as well, and you want to do a textured wall here. I like to start with a lot of stripped birch wood and place some birch planks in there just to add some spicy texture to it. And we're gonna do that on all these 4 sides, something like that. Just add a few planks here and there to make it look a little bit more interesting. Next, we're gonna get started on sort of a roof. Oak is gonna be the material of all the roofs. We are gonna bring in some stripped oak wood into the roof to texture. You can do that instantly if you want, or you could do it afterward like I like to do. Place a full block right there on top of this kind of pillar and just bring that line out and 1 block out. Then you would kind of do a regular A-shaped roof. So just keep going diagonally upward till you come to the middle, go down again on the other side. And you want it to stick out by 1 block here. Then bring some slabs and start here on this block, right diagonally up from this kind of pillar here. And just go slabs on the bottom side of the blocks all the way out. Once you've got that kind of roof shape right there, we want to get started on the roof for this little top thing here. Yeah, we're gonna get started on this roof for the tower. To do that, you want to place a block right there as it's like a support block and go 1 block right there. Still oak planks, but we're gonna texture it real soon. Remove that one and do a 3 line like so. Then do a 3 line like so, do a 3 line like so, and just oak slabs on the sides. To finish up this wall, you basically just want to take some stripped spruce wood and drag it all along, framing this in. You can leave this empty because we're gonna be adding a stair under here later. I'm inclined to start texturing the roof here. You're gonna grab some stripped oak wood and kind of replace some of these with just stripped oak wood. Don't have to be too fancy about it. It's nice to grab some of these outside blocks that kind of stick out so you can see the texturing from this side as well. Something like that, nothing to worry about. And we're gonna do that up here as well. Just replace a couple of these bad boys. So we got some texturing on there, but I don't think that's interesting enough. I don't really think that's interesting enough. We're gonna mess up the shape as well to get that rustic feel. And to do that, we're gonna bring in some more slabs. I like to do like 2 slabs a row. On this row, we'll put 1 right here and maybe 1 there. Now, we're in danger of creating a staircase here. We don't want that. So we're gonna put 1 on this diagonally a little bit away. And then maybe we'll put 1 here. Then on this top one, I like to put 3 to mess up the shape. So 1, 2, 3 maybe. I think that looks pretty cool, but this little area right here hasn't got any weird shapes. So we're gonna put 1 there as well, just to make it feel more cluttered. And something like that. That looks like a rustic, messed up little roof right there. I like it. We're gonna do the same on this one, but I'd like to add, since this is such a small one, we're just gonna add one in the middle. And then on these, we can just do something like that. Now we have this kind of roof, right? But it needs support. A roof can't hold itself up. So we're gonna grab some spruce slabs and some spruce trapdoors. You know what? We're also gonna grab some spruce stairs. And then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna punch a hole there for a window. We're gonna do that on all 4 sides. Next, we're gonna grab our spruce slabs, put one right there on the corner. You're then gonna wanna go in another one with a slab, trapdoor, trapdoor, remove this, stairs there, make a little bit of a roofing happen. Now, this looks kind of weird, right? 2 slabs right next to each other. Don't fret, because we're gonna grab some spruce signs and put some on these outer slabs, making a nice little shape. From this angle, it creates this really nice kind of curve shape. We're gonna repeat this on the other side. Looking pretty. On this side, we're gonna grab our trapdoors again and just put them right under there. Then we are going to do some upside down stair action in betwixt those, and then another upside down stair right there. That looks pretty good on its own, but I like to add a little bit of a trapdoor like there. I like that. It's looking pretty fine. The top one, we're just gonna do spruce slab, spruce trapdoor, holding it up. And same on the other side. So spruce slab, spruce trapdoor, holding it up. Since you've already got your slabs and your trapdoors of spruce, we can start doing a little bit of a trim here. It kind of creates a boundary between the stone and the stuff that is a depth boundary. So we're gonna grab some slabs and we're gonna put them on the top of this stone block here. On the top of this stone block here, on the top of this stone block here, and kind of do that all the way around, really. Next, we're gonna grab our trapdoors of spruce, of course, and one on the top side of this kind of stair here, and one on the top side of the bottom side of the block above. So we get this kind of up and down wavy situation right here, all around the whole thing. You might want to add a little bit of a windowsill. I like to go spruce slab. We are going to make holes for the windows in here as well. So we're gonna grab some copper, exposed copper and the weathered copper. So we're gonna grab those, but of course waxed so they don't change. And then we're also gonna grab some light gray glass panes. We're gonna remove these 3 blocks right here. We're gonna do that on both sides. Weathered, exposed. Weathered, exposed. Because why not? And I think this just adds a little bit of color into the whole thing. Makes it a tiny bit more interesting to look at. Just draws your eye a little bit extra, you know? And add all the panes into all of the windows. Then, to detail these windows up, I like to take some campfires. Just do that. Campfire. And then a little bit of a shutter on the side there. We're gonna do that for both of these windows. There is one additional thing that we've forgotten. It is a bit of a chimney situation. And we're gonna build the chimney in the same material as we built the sort of foundation on the house. You wanna start with doing like a bit of a gradient the same way we did this, but a lot taller here. So I like to do the L shape, kind of hugging the corner of the building. Just bring it up. Don't be afraid to remove stuff. You might also want some stair variations of this stuff. And we're gonna do a stair like here, and then a stair like here. We're also gonna texture this situation up so that it looks a little bit more interesting. And now we're gonna remove this. So from the corner, diagonally in by 1. This is where the chimney is gonna come up. And then to make it look a little bit more fantasy and crazy, we're gonna bring it out here, like that. And then 1 block. And on top of that block, you wanna put a wall. On top of that wall, you wanna put a campfire. And then on top of that campfire, you put another wall. And it's hovering, I know it looks weird, that's why we're covering it up with our trusty old spruce trapdoors. The best trapdoors in the game, the best block in the game, no question about it. Just close them up and you got yourself a cute little fantasy looking chimney. Some more stuff to do before this house is finished. Of course, we need to make this look a little bit better. So we're gonna grab some diorite walls. The new addition in 1.17 candles. We're gonna grab some white candles and some gray candles and put kind of the walls on top of these, like so. And on top of the walls, we're gonna put some candles. Mostly white ones, but throw in a gray one here and there, you know? And that's just gonna add a little bit of flair to the whole thing. The next main structural part we need to work on is, of course, the sort of foundation we have here. This looks pretty boring, right? It looks boxy as heck. You need depth. So to do that, we are going to grab these blocks again. We are gonna build out the foundation. And to do that, we need to first know where the door is. And the door is gonna be right here. Boop, boop. We're just gonna mimic this sort of pattern we have here, one block out. You don't wanna go too high with this, and you wanna alternate your heights between every block. So here, maybe we go up by 2, we go up by 3, and then maybe here we go down. So we only up by 2 again. I really like this. We're gonna add some slabs on top later to make the sort of shape a little bit more interesting. We're gonna do this kind of foundation thing all along, all around it. Now look at that, maybe go 3 blocks tall here. If you have a lot of this stuff in your inventory in survival, you can still middle click and you will put it in your like the active hand, which is really useful even for building in survival. But once we get to the chimney here, just put at least 1 block right next to it so that it feels like it's part of it. You can even remove this and put 1 block here and then kind of stairway down like that, but we are gonna leave it like that. Now, I like to remove this and put another window there. You don't have to, but some light still has to come in into the bottom floor, and the bottom floor has no windows currently. So 1 window there is probably pretty good to have. Since we did that, we're just gonna do this. Boop. Now we have a sort of foundation of the foundation. Now we're gonna go in with the slabs. Don't go too crazy with them. Just add them to add a little bit of more interesting shapes to the stuff. See here, these two are kind of the same height. We don't want that. Let's remove one and put a slab. And now we have a bit more like of a dynamic shape to the whole thing. And man, this is looking pretty good, I gotta tell you. Now, there are some details left. We are, of course, going to need a balcony. So to make the balcony, you wanna remove these 2 blocks in the middle here. We're gonna add 1 spruce slab in the middle here, spruce trapdoors on the side of it. Once you've done that, you can add a door. I like to place doors like this. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Place them however you like. Also, above the door, to add some structure, you could add a polished diorite just to make the whole thing feel a little bit more like sturdy. Place 2 placeholder blocks there. Grab your spruce trapdoor and place it in the middle. Do the same thing on both of the sides. And then we're gonna do oak trapdoors on the front here. I think it's just a really cute balcony. Oak stairs right there. Then you want to grab your oak slabs on the sides of that. Go with oak trapdoors out. Spruce slab, spruce slab. Next, you're going to grab some spruce trapdoors and you want to kind of go underneath here all the way. Next, we're going to grab some signs and put them on the side here to kind of make this feel like it's leaning down a little bit. That also gives you this beautiful like framing situation. So that's the balcony. That's the balcony. So this is basically it. This is basically your starter house. You can put a lot of storage in the interior or whatnot. But if you want to go a little bit more detailed, just add more stuff to it. Flower pots. The flowering azalea in the flower pots look really nice. And then the azure bleuet is my favorite flower. So we're going to add some of that as well. Now look at this. This is beautiful. Because flower pots, they're cute, okay? Then you're gonna wanna start on this block right here, this row. A row of full blocks. Then of course, you wanna kind of texture it up a little bit. Maybe replace some of those with that kind of wood. We're gonna go slabs, and then we're gonna go trapdoors. Just a leaning little roof right there. Slab, slab, and then trapdoor. And we're gonna do that on both sides. Slab, slab, trapdoor. And then just go trapdoors underneath these trapdoors. Trapdoors on trapdoors. Lastly, signs. Signs on the very outer parts of it. And of course you wanna like mess up the shape on this. I wanna at least, so I'm gonna do that. We're gonna add like 1 there, maybe 1 there. If we need a piece of wood to punch someone in the face with, we can go out here and get them. So just remember to keep it out of the rain, you know? That's pretty nice. I really like it. Of course, all the walls on the inside, punch them out, try to make this interior work. I tried, it worked kind of well. But I think it's a really cute starter house that you can make with just a tiny bit of exploring. Like 1 geode, and I think it's gonna look real nice. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like the video, why don't you subscribe or like the video? Thanks. Sometimes I give myself the creeps.